Hello everyone, welcome to the Glassman's world. About to get started here, give me a sec. Alright, so let me see if I can get this set right. Okay, there it is. There we are. Alright, so welcome in. We got a live chat going. Let me readjust the camera, make sure that the angle is right. Get rid of that microphone if I can. Can I move it? Alright, I think that's a little better there. Oh, can I set it real quick? Okay, well, maybe that works. I think that gets it out of the camera view anyways. Okay, so I just tried to do a live when went live for an hour, and at the very end, 50 minutes in, I realized I forgot to plug in the microphone. So the whole time I'm over here whispering into the microphone, trying to keep my voice down so I don't wake up my wife. And you guys couldn't hear me at all. I had one viewer come in and they left right away. No comment, no chat, no nothing. So I decided, you know what? We're going to just do this again and go live, and I'll try to just repeat everything that I was saying as best as I can. But you know, we do this live, always live, raw, unplugged here at the Glassman's world. And so there's no editing, there's no nothing. I won't be doing a voice dub over on that video or anything like that. I don't know if you can even hear me because I was whispering. You could probably just hear the torch and hear the fan. So this week we are basically 6 days away. We're less than 1 week away from Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta 2024, guys. That's October 5th through the 13th. It's called Embrace the Sky this year, guys, and that's sponsored by ExxonMobil. Look for us. I'll be out there every day crewing with Dawn Patrol and with Polar Dawn Balloon. So this is the balloon right here, Polar Dawn, piloted by Rick Jones from Concord, New Hampshire. And I've been crewing with him for about 10 years now, guys. So I'm really honored. I'm hoping that everything works out and I can be there every day for you, Rick, hopefully, because our main crew captain, our main crew chief, Pauline, won't be making it this year. We've been working together for like 8 years straight, 9 years. I don't know. I think this is my 10th year, maybe my 11th. I don't even remember the first year I ever started doing this with Rick. So I don't know. It's just going to be so different without Pauline there. And we're going to miss you, Pauline. Wish you were there. But let's get started here, and I'll try to remember everything we were talking about. So Embrace the Sky, that's what the theme is this year. I have a lot of different balloons that I have made. These are um, the newest version of what I've been making for the last few years now. So these are like the official standard basic balloons. You know, there's no special design or nothing. These are $20 each, and I'll probably do them buy two get one free. And then this here is the original old school style, old size that I recently just brought back. And we're going to start selling these for $15, guys. And if I can make them quicker, I might do them a little bit cheaper. I don't know. We'll see. I might bring them back to the original $10 price. I don't know. These things have gotten so popular. I'm the only one who makes flash balloons and focuses on balloons and Balloon Fiesta and replicating balloons, such as balloons like this here. This is the 50th anniversary balloon. And after making the original 13 balloons from 1972 replicated in glass and winning Best of Show at last year's State Fair, New Mexico State Fair, the Expo, New Mexico, basically that's put me on the global map. People now know glass balloons and what I do, and a lot of the pilots and crew members are asking me to replicate their balloons now. So it's on a bigger scale now. I was hoping to actually have my balloons on site this year for the first time ever at Discover Balloons in their merch booth. But I took a 6-month hiatus and wasn't able to make all the balloons that I was hoping to make for them. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can get any of my balloons even in there. But, you know, if there's only like 10 balloons, 20 balloons, they're going to be sold on day one, right? But we'll see. We'll figure it out. But let's get started here, guys. I'm going to make some balloons here. And we're going to just talk about Balloon Fiesta 2024 and kind of what to expect from Balloon Fiesta. So I'm doing my best to stay quiet here and whisper. So if you can hear me, please let me know. The last video I forgot to plug in the mic. So if you're coming back to watch and now you can hear me, well, that's what happened. So I decided I might as well just do another live stream. I'll do another 1 hour live here. Let's try to keep my lives an hour or less. These days, I'm really doing my best to try to make my stream extremely short, you know, because people have a short attention span these days. So, Balloon Fiesta 2024, what to expect, guys. So I'll be out there crewing with Rick Jones and Fuller Dawn Balloon. We're flying during Dawn Patrol. We're part of a special team of balloons. There's about a dozen of us that go up early morning right at dawn. So basically, we go up in the dark of night, the dark sky. We are the only official balloon glow in the sky. When we go up in the air, usually the sun hasn't come up yet, and so our balloons are just glowing. You know, most of the time when they do a balloon glow, all the balloons stay on the ground, they stay stagnant, they do a static burn, which is where they just stand up and burn. And so, Dawn Patrol is a very special elite group or team of balloons that get to fly during dawn. And it's such an amazing experience. And to be able to fly in the balloon during Dawn Patrol, oh my God, I don't know if there's anything better. Man, you can go up in a balloon anytime during the day of Balloon Fiesta, and that's an amazing experience, right? Just flying in a balloon anytime, even if it's off season, that's an amazing experience. But to fly during Dawn Patrol, when you're like one of only 12 or less balloons, sometimes there's only like 6 of us that go up. And when you're only a handful of balloons taking flight to the night sky, it's still dark at that point. And there's something about that. It's spectacular. It's an amazing experience. So I've become a balloonatic, guys. Like I love ballooning so much. I'm hoping that everything works out this year. I have to figure out how I'm going to get there since our crew chief won't be there. Usually I catch a ride with Colleen, and then we ride together to go meet our crew. So usually our meetup time's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we all load up and get in the chase vehicle. And there's usually one other vehicle. Oh, sorry. What is that? Got a 6 o'clock alarm going on? Alright, so. Dang, 6 o'clock on a Sunday, huh? Why is that alarm going on? So, where was that? It got completely distracted. So we meet up at 4 a.m. and then we all load up in the chase vehicle, the chase van, and usually like one other vehicle will drive us all to the main parking lot, to where we can all get onto the field. So then we gotta get to our launch pad, our location on the field, and be ready to start unloading about 5 a.m. So that's why we leave from our meet spot at 4:20, 4:30, and then we get in on the field before 5, unloading about 5 o'clock, have everything out and ready to go, and wait for the signal on whether or not we're going to fly or not. And usually that depends on whether or not we have, whether we get the clearance or not. One more bit. So if the weather's clear for us to fly, then we get to go ahead about 5:45 in the morning, and we start to inflate the balloons. That's when all the crowds gather around. So if you want to find us before the crowd sees you, we'll be launching from row M. That's middle row M, guys. Main stage is also right there, so middle row M. It's in the middle of the entire field of Balloon Fiesta. So you really can't miss us. We're the only balloons inflating that early in the morning. And, unless you're completely at the far end of the field, there's really no way you can miss us. If you're busy shopping early in the morning, because a lot of people will get their shopping done right away as soon as they get there to beat the line, because eventually there's, thousands, hundreds of thousands of individuals on that field, and they're all ready to shop, So it gets pretty hectic out there. And yeah, once our balloons start to inflate, then the crowd they gather, they come around, and we get completely surrounded. So if you don't have a good spot to watch from, then you'll just be kind of sitting on the outskirts. But if you find us, we can bring you in. You can actually help us become part of the front line that blocks all the rest of the crowd from going past you. And you can basically be our wall barrier of people that we ask to just, hey, make sure that you stand right here to get the best view, and just don't let anyone else stand in front of you. And usually, that works out really nicely. And then, if you do meet us, you get to ask us for balloon cards, so make sure you ask us for one of these balloon cards too. And if we have enough, we'll be able to hand them out to you. And, we try to limit ourselves every day with how many we give out. So we only have a certain amount that we get for the week. And I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if the balloon pilots get a box for free for being part of it, and then they can order more if they buy it, or if they have to order them, and maybe some balloonists don't have any balloon cards at all. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the money involvement is with that. I don't know how much they cost, or if they're sponsored, or what. All I know is that as a spectator, you can go out and you can ask for free balloon cards from each and every balloon. And you may have several favorite balloons, and you're like, oh, I would love to get a balloon card for that balloon or this balloon, try to collect them all. That would be amazing. I wonder actually if they sell the entire set of Balloon Fiesta cards, because a lot of them are made officially through Balloon Fiesta, but then I know there's some balloonists that make their own cards, so then you have to figure out how to find all their cards as well in order to collect them all. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game, just going out collecting balloon cards from all the balloon pilots and crew members. So we normally get the okay about 5:45 a.m. So if you want to find us before we launch, that's about when we'll be inflating and getting prepared to go up. So once we're up in the sky, then that's when they do the opening ceremony. They'll have the national anthem, someone will sing, and then they'll lift off the balloon of the day. I know a lot of times it's the Krispy Kreme balloon because they're one of the big sponsors in our pilot tent, as pilot and crew. We get to go into like the VIP tent where they feed us, and Krispy Kreme was one of the sponsors, so we always get a ton of donuts throughout the week. So when the balloons are inflating, we are also inflating. We're inflating our bellies. But yeah, they take care of us really well. They sometimes have, sometimes, I think every day they have waffles. And every day they'll change up like their warm food. Sometimes they'll have burritos, or Frito pie, or oatmeal, or I don't know what else. I always think it's weird to eat Frito pie at like 5 in the morning, though. It's like, oh, that's going to be a little heavy on the stomach this morning, huh? And then, they always have hot cocoa, and they got little pocket snacks, so you can take like little, I don't know, little small like breakfast bars, cheese and crackers. They got fruit. You can take like an apple or banana with you. Muffins. A lot of the Bimbo bakery. They have the Bimbo bear. You know, Bimbo. It's a Mexican uh, manufacturing company of kind of like Hostess, but Bimbo. So they do all the sweet cakes and all the different things. So yeah, we usually get in there early if we can. That's the thing, is because we launch early at 6 a.m. We don't have the amount of time that all the rest of the balloon pilots and crew got. You know, they still have an hour. They don't start unloading until 6 a.m. and then launch by 7. You know, Dawn Patrol is doing everything an hour early. So, like, if we have time, and if there's enough people on board to help us out that day, then a few of us can grab the special pins to get us into the VIP tent, into the pilot tent, so then we can get the food, the breakfast. But a lot of times we don't even have the opportunity to do that. So I don't know. It's kind of a special treat. I feel like when we get to go and have breakfast. That's a nice little treat. But then, you know, we always, after we space, so, you know, once we launch in the air, the balloon's up in the sky, and then we start packing up everything that didn't go with the balloon. So there's a fan. We normally have like traffic cones out to kind of help with letting people know not to cross this line. There's also we put lights out, like Christmas lights, so they're blue. We put these blue lights out so then people know not to cross or walk over the lines too. And that's really helpful with crowd control. So we got to bring all those things in, load them up in the van, and then someone's got to jump in the driver's seat, which sometimes it's me, and then others will jump in, and some will stay on the outside. Some will stay outside and guide the van out, because we have to do crowd control on the way out and make sure people are moving to the side as we're driving out, and make sure we don't run over anyone or hit anyone. So then that gets kind of crazy. And then once we're out on the backside, then we can all jump in, and then we normally get up to the top where the other car that we parked is at, and then we can all jump in that vehicle and the other chase vehicle, and then we take our bathroom breaks at the porta potties up there, and we all like start to get prepared. At that point, if we need to get into a third vehicle because maybe we have too many people, then we'll go catch another vehicle from where we parked them. So we're at our meetup spot. So we meet up at 4 a.m. We leave by like 4:20, 4:30, and we get on the field by 5 a.m. So then we launch at 6, and then we pack up, and by like 6:20, 6:30, we're figuring out, do we need to go get another one of the vehicles? Or, at that point we kind of just chill, and we watch all the rest of the balloons start to launch, and it starts to inflate and then launch. So then we get to enjoy, the morning opening ceremonies and all the first balloons, the first wave of balloons that go up. And, then we get to get our photos in. Usually I'm live at that point and streaming, talking about Balloon Fiesta and what's going on, and just showing you guys as best I can. Now, be warned, when I'm out there streaming live, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of other videos and other streamers out there, and we're all bogging down the system. So I'm going to try my best to get a portable Wi-Fi hotspot that I can carry with me, and hopefully it works, and I can get clear signal. Usually what happens is I don't get clear signal until after we leave away from the field and away from all the rest of the phones and everything. Or if I'm up in the balloon, you know, not until we're up in the air, and then the signal comes in, and then you get to see a beautiful flight. But a lot of times, you know, it gets really choppy and it sucks. It's sad. So I'm gonna do my best to have a mobile hotspot this year. We'll see. I actually saw that our provider, we have Metro PCS, which is through T-Mobile, and I believe that they're actually having a promotion right now for those. And I think they could be like free with the promotion, so I don't know what the promotion is, but I gotta find out. I probably just have to pay more, right? Like $50 a month more or something. Alright, so right now I'm pulling out the bottom of the balloon here, and then we're going to add a little bit of the butterscotch, and that'll kind of create the gondola, the basket. So these are what I consider my quick version of hot air balloon. As you can see, you know, they take about 15 minutes each. They're not super fast or anything. It still takes some time to make each one. Each one is all one of a kind, handmade. And I do believe that I'll be selling these style here for only $15. And the other ones are $20. If you're in Albuquerque, I'll be set up today at the Nob Hill East Market on Central and Solano, 3808 Central. That's Route 66. For those of you who've heard of Route 66, but don't know Albuquerque, it's like right on the main strip, right there. Nob Hill East. Alright, there goes our first balloon for this video. Let's see how many we can make. We'll probably make another, at least 2 more for the next hour. Probably only going to go live for an hour, guys. Keep this video short. So, looks like we got 33 minutes. I'm going to drop this in the count. So yeah, so once we jump into the chase vehicle, then we all figure out if we need another vehicle or not, and then we all start watching the balloon. We keep track of our balloon, so this is our balloon. If you want to look out for us in the sky in the next week, that's us right there, Polar Dawn. And if you do find us, you know, follow the balloon, come say hi. It'd be cool. You'd be like, hey, I saw you on YouTube, and I wanted to just come and meet you and say hi. I'll make sure I'll have a balloon card for you, for sure. And I'll probably be carrying glass balloons with me as well, if you want to get some. Usually every day though, like I sell out pretty quickly. But then while I'm crewing, I can't really worry about trying to sell and doing things like that. I got to worry about what's going on with the balloon and what's happening with the crew members that are not so experienced compared to those of us who've been with Rick for many years and have a lot of experience. So what to expect if you're just a regular spectator? Well, like I said, we wake up early in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We got to get to the meetup spot by 4 a.m. so we can all leave by 4:20 and get to the build by 5. If you want to see Dawn Patrol, I would recommend that you're also doing about the same thing. If you want to get in the field, by the time we launch, you want to be in line by 5. I'm sure that line takes an hour maybe to get in. So I would suggest get in line by 5, right? To watch Dawn Patrol. And then you'd have to then be in parking by like 4:30, right? So then you'd have to be in traffic between 3:30 and 4:30 to get in. And you know, once the traffic starts backing up on the freeway, then you're pretty much like just waiting in line at that point from the freeway on. So then you know, I would leave probably about 3:30 in the morning so you can beat all that traffic and you can just get to the front of the line pretty quickly, get through security checkpoints and all that. And you know, then maybe you want to get some shopping done right away. So, you know, beat the crowd for your merch shop, all your souvenirs and things. Maybe go check out a couple booths. Get yourself some breakfast burritos with green chili. If you're not from here, you should really try the green chili in a breakfast burrito. It's amazing. It's super delicious and spicy. Once you try it, you'll be like, oh my god. It's like a salty, garlicky deliciousness. Because that's usually what we spice it with. Salt and garlic. Alright, I'm going to go with this one here. This is a little bit darker now. So we're just going to switch it up some. Might even add white instead, but it's blue. So yeah, you know, if you're going to be a spectator, show up early, get to those lines early. If you want to see us fly, then I would recommend doing all those things as early as you can and then getting over to row M for Dawn Patrol balloons. There'll be about a dozen of us all getting ready. We'll be pulling all of our equipment out around 5 a.m. And by 5:45 we get that okay if we're going to fly or not. So then, you know, if you're listening closely, if you're there right next to us, you'll be able to hear the plans on, are they going to get to fly, are they not going to get to fly. On the main stage at the end of row M, where the vendors booths are, vendor row, there's a flag that they have on top of the main stage there that is waving throughout the day. And if it's a green flag, then that means that all the balloons are going to fly. If it's a yellow flag, that means it's a little too windy, but it could turn to a green flag. If it's a red flag, that means that all bets are off. There's no balloons going up, but there could still be what we call a static burn and what we call candle wicking or candle lighting. It's where the balloons, we might stand up and actually have the balloons up, but if it's too windy, then what we'll do is we'll just stand up the basket, the gondola, and we'll burn the flame through the top. And that's actually an amazing experience. It's sad because then you don't get to see the balloons go up, but then you get to see that experience of the candlelight or the candle wicking, where all the balloons just light up their burners all at once, and that is so spectacular to see. It's amazing. Another thing that's amazing to see is if you do get the opportunity to go up in the air during Dawn Patrol, Usually people have their cameras on with the flash because they're trying to get the best lighting, right? And when you go up, that ground is dark and you just see nothing but like camera lights and they're like phone cams, and it's amazing. And then there's a lot of times where the announcers will ask for all the spectators to pull out their phones, or because no one has lighters anymore. Like back in the day, everyone pulled out their lighters at the concerts and light it. Well, nowadays, we just pull out our phones and the screens are brighting up, right? And so, and also you can't. I don't know if you can bring lighters onto the field. I don't know if you can get lighters through the security checkpoint or not. I don't know if they're allowed. I don't think smoking's allowed. I don't know if there is a smoking section or not, because there's propane everywhere. But then again, the balloons are burning fire all over the place. So it's kind of like this. I'm using propane and oxygen. It's a very highly volatile situation, but if you know how to contain it and you're burning the fuel, then there's no gas leak. I'm not leaking the gas because it's being burnt right now. So usually there's no gas leak. Only by the refueling area is where it's like extremely no smoking. Like you shouldn't be smoking there at all. That's where all the propane is. Propane and propane accessories. So yeah, if you want to be a spectator, well, if you want to, if you're going to be a spectator and come through, those are the times I highly recommend. Being on the road by 3:30, 4 o'clock. Trying to be through that traffic line between 4:30 and 5, so you can be in the parking lot by like 5:30 and walk in onto that field by 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what I would strongly recommend, especially if you want to see us, if you want to see Dawn Patrol. Now, if you're just there just to experience balloon casting, then there's no rush, and you can come in. When you come in, just know that if you don't get in and those balloons start getting up, you're gonna start going up. You're gonna get anxious, like, oh no, we're gonna miss it. And then you get in and there's only a few balloons that are like on the field, but then there's a lot of stuff going on. Then we got all the different events, the competitions, the balloons start coming in back to the field and landing on the field. So, they come and go. So, but you may want to be there to see all the balloons going up all at once, and you don't want to miss that. Another thing, a good tip would be when you enter, if you do need to use the restroom right away, just a little secret. There are porta potties all the way to the far side of the field, away from the vendor row, on the west side of the field. There's usually no line at all right there. So that's always where we go, the pilots and the crew members. That way we can get back to our team right away. So just know there's in the early morning, people can't see them. They don't know that the porta potties are way on the west side over there. So, and not until like the sun starts coming up, and then you can see the whole entire field. And then you're like, oh, there's porta potties to the north, the south, the east, the west. They're all over the place. But when you first walk in, a lot of times people just go all to those same ones right there, like behind the vendor row. And then those lines, like you have to wait for a while, and then you start missing the show and stuff. Another thing is at the very far end, the north end of the field, is the tree cutters, the lumberjack, and the wood carving. And and they make some beautiful items, and they're all up for sale. I don't know if they're for sale or auction or how that works. If you bid on them or if you just pay for them upright. What else? Oh, also on the north end of the field, at the end of the vendor's row is the Discover Balloons or Discovery Zone for the kids. And that's where you can go and learn all about ballooning, how balloons are made, how the baskets are made. You can learn about how to fly balloons on a flight simulator with the computer games. And there's also another flight simulator where there's like a big old screen and you get to stand in a basket and you get to pull the burner and you can actually like control the flight simulator that way too. And that's a lot of fun. The kids love going to the Discovery Zone there. They have a passport where the kids can like get stamps for every little section that they visit within the Discovery Zone, and then they get like a free prize. I don't know, some kind of goodie bag. It usually has got like a balloon tin and balloon cards and maybe some, I don't know, just things for kids, you know. What else can I tell you about Balloon Fiesta? Thursday is Special Shapes Day. That's also the day that most of the kids come out. And the families will bring their kids to see the special shapes like Darth Vader, Yoda. You see the Creamland Dairy, Arabelle, the cow. All the new special shapes that they're going to be unveiling will be there on that Thursday. And then usually the special shapes will trickle over till Friday, so then you can watch the special shapes on Friday if you miss Thursday. But I think Thursday, like the first 200 kids that come in receive a door prize or something as well. Chuck Jones from Looney Tunes, you know, the Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner. Because of the Wile E. Coyote and a Roadrunner series, something about that, they are now officially connected with Balloon Fiesta. I guess they do a game, balloonists will do a game where, you know, they'll all launch together and one of them will be the Roadrunner and all the rest are coyotes. And what the game is you're supposed to try to keep up and catch up with the Roadrunner, whoever's name is the Roadrunner balloon. And you chase the Roadrunner, and whoever lands the closest, like, you know, that means that you got the Roadrunner. So it's a game that they've played, and I believe one of the originators of Balloon Fiesta, Sid Cutter, I believe he owned a balloon that had a Roadrunner on it, or someone from back in the day, like 1973. I think they had the Roadrunner actually on one of those original balloons. There was a white balloon with the Roadrunner on it. So, if anyone wants to come out and crew with us, you can comment below and we can try to figure out how we can meet up and things like that. If you're going to be here in Albuquerque, it's an amazing experience. We can use extra hands on board to help us, especially during the weekday. But, you know, we can't be bringing in hundreds of you. So like I said, comment below and we'll see if we can coordinate it to get a couple lucky viewers here to get on board and watch us. What I would love is to get some other YouTubers to come out and actually experience what it's like to come through with us. or maybe even just to show what we do as we crew, kind of highlight Polar Dawn Balloon and our crew team and the things that we have to do. Some of the first things we do is, you got to open up the door and get out of the chase vehicle. Just kidding. So then, we have to unload everything. You got to roll out the balloon. You got to make sure that everyone's aware of the loading. We've got a ramp, a lift on the back. So people have to be aware of the safety of the lift and know to stand back when it's going up and down. The operator has to make sure that it's all clear before pressing up and down. There's all kinds of safety things that go in on it. We have to unload things. The balloon, that's in a big old bag, rolled up like a duffel bag. We got to roll that out, put that out on the field. We got to unload the basket, which is usually on the lift gate. We have to get that all prepared, put all the pieces together that hold the balloon to the basket, which is pretty amazing actually. What we use is some real thin cable, steel cable, and a couple carabiners, and that's it. It is pretty amazing. There's two cables per corner, there's 4 corners. We got 8 cables holding up this balloon, and that's it. Come fly away, come fly, let's fly away, if you can. If you can handle that. You can handle the fact that there's this little tiny cables holding the whole entire balloon up. That's all it is. Daredevils. These guys are stuntmen. These guys, I'm also one of them. I also go up in the balloon. I take flights. It's an amazing experience to be up in the balloon and to fly. I have a lot of confidence in our pilot. I trust him with my life, for real. And I trust our crew and the safety protocols that we all go through. And and I also trust that we all have a lot of fun and a good time and a beautiful experience. Man, my shoulders are hurting from doing this class. I got issues with both of my shoulders these days, guys. It's been hard to do this kind of work. I think what it is carrying around my backpack every day and giving me issues. And sometimes I'm carrying around backpacks that weigh 80 pounds. And that gives me a lot of issues. Alright, there's another one. We can maybe make one more before the hour is over. Alright, this time I'm going to do one that's the other style. So I've been doing this style right here, which is just the colors pulled down and not adding the clear on top. So now let me show you how I make the balloon, where I just twist up some colors. One thing to remember is when you're out there, you're welcome to go up to the balloon crew, the pilot members. We may be busy. We're not trying to purposely ignore you, but we may be taking orders, listening. We have to listen for safety of what's going on and things. So, just be patient with us. If you're asking for balloon cards or things like that, we may be able to get you some if we haven't run out for the day. I don't know how that works, if we get free balloon cards for being a part of this, or if our pilot has to order all of them and pays out of pocket. I don't know how any of it works at all. I just know we give away tons of balloon cards, and every pilot and crew has balloon cards made for them. So be sure to ask every pilot and crew that you meet to get a free balloon card. Now, some of them may have pins, and the pins are amazing. Do I have any to show you? I know I have some around here, but I can't just grab them right now. Alright, so let's do the same colors. We'll do that peacock blue here. Okay. So these here, what I do is I just add the color down the side, and then I twist it up. We'll do one color on one side, and then here, we'll do this cobalt. The first cobalt we use. It'll be the lighter cobalt. Alright, and then after this one, I'm probably going to let you guys go. That way I can keep these live streams to only 1 hour, or, as close to 1 hour as possible. And then later I might do another live stream and pull them out of the kiln to show you. I do need to actually get these in and out of the kiln right away because I'm going to be vending this morning, and I got to actually get ready to go here soon. It's almost 7 o'clock. So yeah, this may actually be the last one that I can make before shutting the kiln down and trying to get them out in a hurry for today. So these will be available. Like I said, these ones are 20, and these ones here, the smaller ones, I think I'm going to do them for 15, and maybe I'll start doing them again for 10. Maybe I'll do them for 15, 2 for 20, something like that. Alright, so these colors are almost ready to be twisted up here. Alright, so then I just attach this to the end here. So also, I forgot to mention, if you want to check out some of my previous work for the last, I started making glass balloons in 2000, so for the last, 2 decades. For the last, almost 25 years, guys, been making glass balloons. That's wild. 25 years of glass balloons. I did not even realize that till right now when I'm saying that out loud. That is amazing, phenomenal. Alright, so now that's twisted up. This would make a beautiful necklace of any, just not a balloon, but just to turn this into a necklace with those twisted colors. I can leave this as a twisted cane and turn it into other different things, other patterns, stuff like that. But being that we're going to convert this into a balloon, what I need to do is melt it all down now. So I've gotten that all twisted up and there's wrinkles in there. Now I got to get it back to all one piece of glass to where it's all fused together as one. and then I'll be able to add the clear on top of it to create the like the ribs, the doors of the balloon. Alright, so we're going to get this rounded up at the tip here. Give it its more distinct balloon shape. Alright, so now I get that clear glass, which I've been using for the loop, and I just use these to make ribs or the doors that go down the sides of the balloon. And at this point, I can either lay the glass on to keep the spirals nice and straight, or I could actually pull them down and create a wavy kind of pattern or effect to these, which that also makes them look really, really cool when I do that. So we're just going to keep these nice and flat and straight. So, has any of you been to Balloon Fiesta? Have you been able to experience the madness of Balloon Fiesta? You know, we all become a bunch of balloonatics, and it gets crazy. The whole entire city is just nuts. You know, all the signs already out, the balloonist welcome. Got all the, like, the Josa Keith's drinking signs with the balloons on them. All the different shops that says balloonist welcome, and it's like got their jewelry or got their furniture or whatever they're selling, and then it's got a balloon on it. Like, everyone becomes a balloonatic. You know, the whole marketing and advertising. If you say balloonist welcome, it's like it's an invitation for their business. You know, they feel like they're, oh, they welcome balloonists. That means that other people don't. In their mind, it's like that, you know? Like, if you don't put that sign out, say balloonist welcome, then they feel like they're not, maybe. No, that's not true. It just means that you pull them in. You definitely pull them in. You know, you get their attention when you have those balloon signs up, people driving around. I mean, that's why I make a lot of glass balloons during this time, right? So you can check out all my work at facebook.com/glassballoons. Go to the Glass Balloons page on Facebook, and you can see all kinds of previous work, all the different glass that I've ever made, or all the different glass balloons. Or maybe not all of them, but I've documented pretty much all of these. Like right now, I'm documenting this one being made, you know, and afterward I'll show off each one, so then I can screenshot that if I want. But at this point with these production ones, these are just productions. I can use old pictures, new pictures, you would never know. But when I'm making replicas, when I replicate the balloons from the balloon parts and make those, then that's when I really, really highlight them. I post them up on my page. You know, maybe even make a video of them here. Alright, where are we at? 59 minutes. We got one more minute to the hour, so we're about to finish this up here. And then I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get the kiln up to temperature, and then I'm going to shut it down. And I'm going to try to do a quick annealing process to bring it under the 700-degree mark. That's the stress mark right there. So if I can let it slowly cool down to 700, and I can pop the lid off, and really bring it down so I can touch it. Can usually touch the glass about 180, 170 degrees, and pull it out of the kiln with my bare hands. So we'll try to get it down to close to 200 as quick as possible and pull them out. They'll still be warm, but then they'll cool down fairly quickly at that point. And then I'll be able to tie these up and get them up on the display for today's market in Knobsville East. That's 3808 Central Boulevard in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you're interested in coming down, I'm usually there every Sunday. However, during Balloon Fiesta, which is probably the most prime time for me to be vending, I won't be vending. Because I'll be out there screwing. And that's okay, because I'll be out there with all these balloons. And a lot of pilot and crew members will buy them. Or friends and family, even our own, our crew members. They might need some gifts for this year. And also, I'm really, really hoping to make a lot of our balloons of Polar Dawn, so we can actually have a lot of these to go around. So I'm going to replicate a lot of the Polar Dawn balloons this year, if you're interested as well. My replicas are usually $40 and up. I may do Dawn Patrol, I may do Polar Dawn balloons for just slightly cheaper. We'll see. Especially for my friends and all the crew members. I'm definitely going to hook them up. Probably just gift a lot of them. That's the other thing too, is I gift a lot of these out to my friends and everything. Usually I try to make something new for the pilot every year. I was thinking maybe I should make him a big old fat medallion. Something like that. Maybe even bigger. Like a big old Flavor Flav style medallion. No, I don't know. He probably won't wear anything like that. Alright, let's get this loop on and we're going to call it a day, guys. I really do appreciate you all tuning in and watching. I wish we had a little chat going, a little conversation going, but it seems like everyone wants to be quiet this morning, and that's all good. You might be lurking, you might be working. Oh, one other thing before I go. If you are going to experience Balloon Fiesta, just know you can also experience Balloon Fiesta for free. When I was younger, my father took us around, and we basically followed the balloons. We watched, where the wind was carrying them, and we just started going in that same direction. Eventually, we found them landing in big fields, open fields around Albuquerque, and parking lots, things like that. They won't come down anywhere near power lines, so you definitely don't want to be trying to find them anywhere near a power line. But if you can find a nice open park, an open field, a parking lot, they'll probably come down and land right there, right in front of you. Now, one thing is, never park your vehicle in front of the balloon. If you see them coming and they're trying to bring the balloon down low, don't get right in front of them to get the best camera shot and stuff, because they may be trying to use their little parking spot there as their landing spot, which then they're going to have to lift back up and then find a whole new place. And sometimes the flight is all about just finding a nice safe place to land and then getting your balloon into that direction. So, a lot of times everyone's just watching the balloons up in the air, like, wow, it's amazing. But the pilots are actually like figuring out, okay, the wind direction is going this way at this elevation, wind direction is going this way at this elevation. I can bring my balloon up to here to steer it over to there to try to then get it into this field, into this parking lot, or whatever that they're thinking. And you know, I'm noticing that several more people are coming in right now. There's still no chat going, but welcome, good morning, hello. I don't know what time it is that you're watching right now or where you're watching from, but I appreciate you guys coming in. I was about to shut this off. I may make one more since we got more watchers now. I'm like, what's going on? Should I go for 2 hours? I'm trying to keep my videos, my live streams to 1 hour or less, but I've got the most viewers right now in the whole last hour, so I'm just going to keep this going for a minute. And then watch, everyone's going to leave. It's like, nope, then I'm just going to go. If everyone leaves, then I'm done. I'm very spontaneous like that. The other thing too is I really do need to get this kiln down to a low temperature so I can pull these out. You know, like I said, I can bring them out at about 180 degrees, but I got to bring the kiln down to at least under that 700 mark so I can safely bring these out without them cracking or anything. Yeah, and then it went down all the way from 5 watts into 2 watts in. So yeah, I'll probably just let you guys go. No one's chatting it up. No one's saying hello or good morning yet. Which is fine, you don't have to. So these ones here are slightly bigger. They have the clear glass on them, which creates these beautiful ripples. So they're a lot different than the other ones with just the solid color glass on there. They still have the butterscotch for the gondola. You know, another thing is I probably should make some spirit balloons, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to make any of those today. I'd like to do some live glass blowing demos, but I'm not sure if I want to tear down my torch for only 4 hours of 4 hours of live demos. Usually we do an event on Saturday night, so then I can do Saturday night and Sunday morning live demos, but to do just one day live demo, it's going to take me an hour to break it down, an hour to set it up for only 4 hours of the live demo, which doesn't, I mean, it generates a little bit more sales, but not that much more, so I don't know if it's worth it. I'm going to let you guys go though. This is the last one for this video. I'm going to keep on working though. No, I'm not. I got to bring the kiln down. I got to remember these things. Alright, but here's that balloon right there. Nice, you can see the detail in it there. We're going to do a whole bunch more color patterns and stuff. That's the dark blue, or maybe the light blue with the peacock. And it probably looks kind of grayish, but that blue will then lighten up some. Alright, I'm going to drop this in the kiln. I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a beautiful day. If you're here in Albuquerque, come on by to the Nob Hill East market today from 10 till 2. And last week we stayed till 3, so we'll see how it goes. It looks like beautiful weather today. It's going to be probably hot out there. So come on by, say hi, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Have fun over at the Balloon Fiesta. Also, come by to row M. Find us for Dawn Patrol if you get there early enough, and come say hello. Come meet the Glassman and the rest of the crew. Find our balloon Dawn Patrol or Polar Dawn during Dawn Patrol. That's between 5 and 6 a.m. We're getting prepared to go up in the air, and we launch around 6 a.m. So come find us before 6 a.m. if you can. All right, we'll see you guys there. Love and blessings. You guys have a beautiful day. Cool. I got 5 made this morning. That's good. All right, see ya. I'm out.